your shirts, hats, hoodies, and coffee cups.
Have a PlayStation 1, the original one.
Mm-hmm.
And this happened to be a loose game that I bought. And
Wow.
that's actually...
So that means it got played a lot?
Since I've had so many spills in the studio, I haven't quite
you're
come up with a
double fisting that air.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That looks weird, though. That looks not in that good way. So
sexual.
So sexual.
Do you know what they call that dance move that you just did?
No, what do they call that?
And the Bukkake special. Wow, that's $1 more.
Oh, yeah. Nope.
This is really cool.
Nope.
No. No, it's really cool for you.
Nope. I'm done.
Ready, guys.
I'm
Its
done.
head is so big it reminds me of an alligator. Holy crap, like a baby alligator.
If they're like, you can do this job or climb up way up there and change that light bulb.
I'm
climbing up. Yeah.
I'm climbing.
100%.
Especially if they take one of these out on the ground. They take this out on the ground.
So,
Right.
The good news is,
4
Yeah.
hours gets done in 2.
I would be like, Harry Potter, where are you? You need to talk to this thing? Like, yeah, you. Yeah.
And I borrowed Tim's hook, which is too short for me.
Why are you?
What do I
Oh,
do?
God, don't
No.
look at it in the eye.
Now, did you notice?
Yeah,
I
just
took my
keep your
guard
eye
No.
on it.
1
Yeah.
second, and she took advantage
No,
of that
it
1
curls,
second.
and I know it can only
I
launch
said
as
this
much
on
as it
purpose,
curls,
saying, I
and
am
that's a
kidding.
long
I don't
curl.
care.
She's actually
That thing's
positioning
huge.
herself, hiding her body over there.
Yeah.
So she can get further.
No,
to the
and
right.
if
No, she's not fine.
No.
Whenever
No.
you decide to do the backstroke on concrete, you are not fine. That's just word of wisdom
that's
from an
fine.
old person. If you are swimming
Yeah.
backwards on concrete, you are not fine.
Yeah, you're not.
You're not fine. Just take it from me, a person that should know about swimming on concrete. No,
Right.
it's not. Don't do it. Not good. Not good.
Mm-mm.
Drunk.
The 6 stages of being drunk on a train.
Oh, God, on a train. Oh, God. Happy? Okay, we got happy.
1. Laughing at nothing.
Happy. Come on. Everybody laughs at nothing when they're happy. No, she's not fine.
No.
Whenever
No.
you decide to do the backstroke on concrete, you are not fine. That's just word of wisdom
that's
from an
fine.
old person. If you are swimming
Yeah.
backwards on concrete, you are not fine.
Yeah, you're not.
You're not fine. Just take it from me, a person that should know about swimming on concrete. No,
Right.
it's not. Don't do it. Not good. Not good.
Mm-mm.
Drunk.
The 6 stages of being drunk on a train.
Oh, God, on a train. Oh, God. Happy? Okay, we got happy.
1. Laughing at nothing.
Happy. Come on. Everybody laughs at nothing when they're happy.
You are watching the pre-show. The TP show will begin shortly.
Please head over to the TP Show website to pick up your shirts, hats, hoodies, and coffee cups.
If you have not subscribed, please do so now.
Hard taco shells, or you got to wrap it up in a burrito.
Yes.
That would be interesting if you took a taco salad and then put it on a burrito.
I mean, that's basically what I get at Chipotle.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what everybody
So,
gets at Chipotle. Yeah, I totally agree.
Chipotle. Yep.
You know what time it is? You know
What,
what
I-
time it is.
I don't know. I don't
Oh.
know.
Oh, I thought you would.
Oh, wait. Yes, I do. Hey, Tick.
Hey, Professor, what's up?
Do you know that we have an official Fruit Labs t-shirt?
What? An official Fruit Lab t-shirt? Get out of here.
We do.
Get out of here.
You just have to go to www.tpshowpodcast.com and you'll see it. And you can buy it. And it's official. It's like official Pip TP Show Fruit Labs shirt.
There it is.
He reminds me of like when Ash turns into all those little people from the mirror.
He does.
That's what he reminds me of.
He does. The God's honest truth. It's exactly what it's like.
So good.
Okay.
Wait, I think we got a button for that one too.
bad.
good.
It's so good. This is
we're gonna
yeah.
go so long in
Yeah.
this show, like so many seasons, that we're gonna get a copyright strike from our own stuff.
I absolutely love that because the God's honest truth. We get them all the time. There's like no day we don't get a copyright strike, by the way. There is 0 days. We don't have a breaking news button, so put that down on the list of things we need for the future.
We had a TPS report. And that would be
we
great.
had a TPS report, apparently. I wonder if this one's TPS report. The other one's not. Anyway.
You are watching the pre-show. The TP show will begin shortly.
If you have not subscribed, please do so now.
Please head over to the TP Show website to pick up your shirts, hats, hoodies, and coffee cups.
Have a PlayStation 1, the original one.
Mm-hmm.
And this happened to be a loose game that I bought. Happened to be
wow.
a loose
Actually,
game
so that means
that
it got played a lot? So that means it got played a lot?
Since I've had so many spills in the studio, I'm quite
So that means it got played a lot?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That looks weird, though. That looks not in that good way. So
Sexual.
So sexual.
Do you know what they call that dance move that you just did?
No, what do they call that?
Bukkake special. Bukkake special. $1 more. Wow.
Nope.
Really cool. Wow, that's $1 more.
No.
No, it's really cool for you.
No, I'm done. I'm done.
Its head is so big it reminds me of an alligator. Holy crap, like a baby alligator.
If they're like, you can do this job or climb up way up there and change that light bulb. I'm climbing up. Yeah.
I'm climbing.
100%.
Especially if they take one of these out on the ground. They take this out on the ground.
Right.
The good news is,
4 hours gets done in 2.
I would be like, Harry Potter, where are you? You need to talk to this thing? Like, yeah, you. Yeah.
And I borrowed Tim's hook, which is too short for me.
Why are you? Oh, God, don't look at it in the eye. Yeah, just keep your eye on it. Yeah.
And she took advantage
no,
of
it curls, and I know it can only launch as much as it curls, and that's a long.
I don't care. That thing's huge.
Hiding her body over there.
Yeah.
So she can get further.
No, and if
no, she's not fine.
No.
Whenever you decide to do the backstroke on concrete, you are not fine. That's just word of wisdom from an old person. If you are swimming backwards on concrete, you are not fine.
Yeah, you're not.
You're not fine. Just take it from me. A person that should know about swimming on concrete. No, it's not. Don't do it. Not good. Not good.
Mm-mm.
Drunk.
The 6 stages of being drunk on a train.
Oh, God, on a train. Oh, God. Happy? Okay, we got happy.
1. Laughing at nothing.
Happy. Come on. Everybody laughs at nothing when they're happy. No, she's not fine. No. Whenever you decide to do the backstroke on concrete, you are not fine. That's just word of wisdom from an old person. If you are swimming backwards on concrete, you are not fine.
Yeah, you're not.
You're not fine. Just take it from me, a person that should know about swimming on concrete. No, it's not. Don't do it. Not good. Not good.
Mm-mm.
Drunk.
The 6 stages of being drunk on a train.
Oh, God, on a train. Oh, God. Happy? Okay, we got happy.
1. Laughing at nothing.
Happy. Come on. Everybody laughs at nothing when they're happy.
You are watching the pre-show. The TP show will begin shortly.
Please head over to the TP Show website to pick up your shirts, hats, hoodies, and coffee cups.
If you have not subscribed, please do so now.
Hard taco shells, or you got to wrap it up in a burrito.
Yes.
That would be interesting. If you took a taco salad,
check it. Basically what I get at
Chipotle. Wreck yourself at yourself.
That's basically what I get at Chipotle.
Not much. Yeah, pretty much. That's what everybody.
Oh, what's going on, people? It's been a hot minute. On today's show, we're gonna watch the whole entire Pauly Shore, Richard Simmons movie called Court Jester. We're gonna give our top 5 movies and TV shows that nobody liked, but we love. I'm gonna have a very odd conversation with Tick, and we should start the show.
Hey, they already started the show without the booth knowing.
Put on the 10-second timer. I can't find Rosie anywhere.
It's okay. I'll introduce the show tonight.
If you guys don't like the next set of videos, I don't know what you're doing here.
No, definitely.
This is our whole show.
Yes.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Doesn't get worse than this. It doesn't get worse.
Yeah, this is the bar going low. Yeah.
Yeah, we're setting the bar where it should be.
Low.
And then we'll
we
work
could go higher. Yeah.
We'll try to work up to that during the show. We'll try to work.
We're like a little engine that could. Like, yeah, it just and it doesn't. Yeah. Right.
So I used to date this guy.
Get ready for the mind-blowing, laugh until it hurts, and you pee your pants, out-of-body experience like no other. Introducing the man with all the fancy buttons, Tick. And the man who pushes all those buttons, the Professor. Now give it up for Tick and the Professor. You are watching the TP Show.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yay! They like us. They really, really like us.
You think they're still standing? Because they can sit.
Of course. They can't sit. They got to stand. Better be standing.
Okay. All right.
I got to say about it.
It's okay. What's up, dude?
Nothing much, man. Do we ever talk about anything before we go into the thing?
We have drinks and
but we got a button for that. That's what I'm saying.
We do.
Like, yeah. Do we do anything before we hit that button though? That's
no. I think we go right into it.
Do not pee in any water ever, anywhere, ever.
I have drinks.
You know, if you ever wanted to salt your nuts and roll them, we're gonna try that out on the show today.
There you have
it. there it is.
Okay, so I'll start with my drinks. I've got two. I've got one that I'm going to slam when we do our toast, and then one as my drink for the rest of it. Because this is literally like extinction level for the studio. Like this will literally take the studio to the ground if it was to do whatever these things do.
It looks like a Mountain Dew.
It is. Good job. Mountain Dew Spark, although it's backwards. So it's craps. Oh my God. I don't think they ever thought of that.
It is. You got craps.
Mountain Dew craps, everybody. I think they should have done. I think they should have done the TikTok check on that. Oh yeah.
You know what? That if we ever get sponsored by Mountain Dew, that's what we need to call it.
We have to say, hey, can we have your craps product? It's been on our show a lot. Like we talk about your craps product all the time. They should have done the TikTok check. I'm telling you. Water. Okay, so let's do the cheers.
In a Post Malone Cane's cup.
Oh, so, does it make it taste different? Like, does it taste different when you do that, or is it pretty much taste the same?
It gives you the feeling of tattoos on your face.
Okay, so the question is, like, every time you take a sip, it's like, zzz. Oh wow,
yeah, it's always tired. Right there, it's just always in tired. Yep.
Oh. Will this guy ever finish this damn tattoo? Nope.
No.
Okay, cheers. Oh, wait. I'll give you a craps cheer. There you go, craps cheer. Then I gotta spin it.
Nice.
I got a back crack when I lean back like that. That's pretty crazy. So the score starts out at -2 to -1. I am one behind you because I missed last week. It came time for the show last week, and I was like crawling around my house. I'm like, I think I should probably not do the show this week. I think that's probably a wise plan.
Yeah.
So how was your weekend?
It was great. I did nothing, but the weekend before I saw Ghostbusters with my kids.
Oh, dude,
and it was
awesome.
fantastic. Yeah,
that's incredible.
Loved it. Every single minute of it.
This was my day yesterday. Let me see if I can get this system to work. Nope, wrong one. Wrong one, Johnson. See this one? Nope, wrong one again. One more time. I get 3 tries.
I mean,
there it is. There it is, everybody.
Dude,
let me get over there.
We can't look at it. You got to quickly turn it off. We're already past the time that we're supposed to allow to look at this thing, so
Yes.
we can't.
My iPhone has my Samsung Pixel. That's what I have. I have a Pixel. I don't even remember which phone I have. My Pixel literally was like, blah. For anybody that didn't see the total eclipse, it was, I'll let you know. Leading up to the total eclipse, I was like, boring, dumb, stupid. Boring, dumb, stupid. Boring, dumb, stupid. Then the total eclipse happened, and it wasn't of my heart, I might add. And this is the picture that
your phone takes way better pictures. Look at that.
This is
phone.
NASA. That's NASA.
Oh,
the last one was my Pixel.
What Pixel?
No,
what version of the Pixel do you
NASA.
have?
That's NASA. And what stinks is I have Cam 2. Cam 2 could have taken a picture of the moon. No problem at all. I could have taken Cam 2 out there. I am lazy and I should have done it. But it was one of those things like I'd have to disassemble some of the studio. And I'm like, God, that takes forever. I got to put it on. But look at how insane the NASA one is. When I blew it up and I looked at it, I was like, wait, they have a full image of the moon, like you were taking it at night. And then on top of that, they have all of the stuff coming through from behind it. I was just like, whoa, insanity. So leading up to the actual eclipse, did you watch it by any chance? Were you able to?
No.
No.
I mean, I've seen YouTubes.
Oh, no. I totally get it.
Yeah.
If you weren't in total eclipse land, like if you were anywhere outside the total eclipse land, it was okay, I guess. But I'll let you know, like I went outside and I was like, put the glasses on and I'm looking at it and I'm like, boring, dumb. Why am I out here? Boring, dumb. And even down to the little, there was this much left of the freaking sun and it was still bright as hell, right? And I'm like, this is so stupid. As soon as it came over, it was literally like somebody had changed the universe. Everything changed. It looked completely insane. I thought it was on another planet. I was like looking around going, where am I? All of the lights in the neighborhood came on.
Total now because you were in the path of totality?
Maybe, I don't know. But I'll tell you, when all the lights came on in the neighborhood, it was weird because it was pitch black, but the horizon was as light as it could possibly be. So, I mean, you're seeing light in the distance there and you're seeing light in the distance there. But where you're standing, like you can barely see the person that's like 3 feet from you. You know what I mean? And the lights, like I said, came on from the city. And what was really bizarre about it was if you took a picture during the total eclipse, the way that cameras work these days, they auto adjust. So it auto adjusted and made it look like it was a perfect day. Like it was just a perfect sunlight day. Yeah. Like you couldn't tell that it was eclipse. Right. You know what I mean? And then secondly, when the eclipse went total, you could take your glasses off, no problem. Like that to me, I was like, I understand why they didn't want you looking at the eclipse up until that point. But at that point, you just take them off. But then when the sun started to come back, I looked around and it looked like dawn and it looked like dusk. But at dawn, the sun comes one way. At dusk, the sun comes the other way. With the solar eclipse, you're like, why is the sun coming from that direction? You know what I mean? Like it looked like the same level of sun, like it was 642 or whatever, whenever the sun comes up. But it was weird. It was like a Hollywood movie set. And it reminded me, the only thing that I've ever experienced that was even close to this was I was working in Anaheim and there was a fire, an Anaheim Hills fire. And when I came walking out, I like looked over and the sky had this eerie look. And if you go online and you look up, if you look up Anaheim Hills Fire Disneyland, it literally looks like a zombie film happened at Disneyland that day. It's insanity. So that was my
at the time I lived like 10 miles from that thing, and I was like, don't. It was fun.
Oh yeah.
Everybody was like, oh my gosh, California, you worry about earthquakes. I'm like, no, it's the fires.
Yes, actually. So for anybody that's never lived in California, when I got there, being from the East Coast, the number one thing in my head was earthquakes. Number one thing. I will let you know, we experienced a partial earthquake the whole time I was there, and I lived there for like 10 years. The number one thing that actually is dangerous is it's a combo. It's a 1-2 punch. It is fires followed by heavy rains. Because what happens is the fire burns the hill, so there's nothing holding it. The rain hits the hill and then makes it mudslide and takes everything out.
Rain No, it doesn't even need to be a fire. You just go Malibu with all those expensive houses because they built them on top of mud. And you got all the movie
100%.
stars living there. And even if it just like trickles or like a dog pees in front of it, that thing slides. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's true.
Yep.
It's the God's honest truth. So it's kind of hilarious, actually. If you think about it, it's kind of hilarious. The fact that they built those houses there, I think that's actually the hilarious part. Like, what were they thinking? Like, what was the thought process behind, hey, we're going to do this?
This hill looks good, and I'm a billionaire making movies. Yeah. I just built a house on top of it. But it's going to slide. Well,
100%. So where we used to go, because I lived in San Pedro, the Los Angeles port, otherwise known as Pedro, we would go over to Palos Verdes. That's not how you say it either. And there's a sign that's about the size of a house. And the sign basically says, land is constantly moving. Go at your own risk. If you take one step beyond this, you're an idiot. And the first time I got there, I locked the brakes up and like, and my partner's like, what in the flying F are you doing? And I'm like, did you see the sign? She goes, yeah, it's been there since the 70s. And I'm like, yeah, but the sign. And she's like, yeah, there's no other way to get there easily. So just keep driving. And so we did. It goes like this.
Yeah. Finish your story. I got.
And then all of the pipes for the gas and the electrical and all that are above ground because they can add expansion joints. And if you look to the right, you see like houses crumbling and falling in. You look to the left and houses have already fallen off the hill. So go ahead. Sorry about that.
Okay.
What's the story?
I don't know when you moved to San Pedro, but there was a restaurant that was across from the Ports of Call that was called Grinders.
It's gone. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And it gave it, you would order and it would be like square patties, you know, kind of like how, what is that, Wendy's? But
Wendy's,
it was, they were amazing. They were, you know,
they were good. They were
way better than Wendy's burgers. Yeah, they were really
I knew
good.
you were going to say that. That was funny.
It sparked a memory of, because my grandpa always used to take me there as a kid.
Spanish shop.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about, by the way. I'm pretty sure I had been there once. Maybe I think I've been there.
It was like my grandpa's favorite place, and it would be that, or like right across the street was Acapulco, or it'd be like the Acapulco. Yeah.
I've been to Acapulco. Well, the thing is that San Pedro is two things. It's a tourist town for people that like seafood because they have what's called Ports of Call, which is what you just said. And we never went there. That's like living in Anaheim and going to Disneyland. You don't do it. It's like people are like, oh my God, you live right next to Disneyland. It's like, and I never go there. So we rarely went to Ports of Call. I do have to admit, we went to the brewery that they built after we had been there for a few years and they built this really cool brewery, but that's a different story. And it's technically not part of Ports of Call-ish. It's like down the way. So Ports of Call, we never really went there. And that's the one thing that's there for like tourists. The other thing that San Pedro is known for that nobody knows except for the people that have lived there is the movie industry, like, and television. Like they're constantly filming there all the time. Like if we went there right now, I'm sure we could find 3 people. Yep.
So
Yep. And the one that's funny is, so there's a guy that has a YouTube channel. His name is Potato Jet. I do believe that's his name. And he was in LA, and I used to watch his stuff all the time, right? So I move out of Pedro. He literally moved to Pedro 6 months later, and he opened a coffee shop on 6th Street, and he did a whole bunch of other stuff. And I constantly see him filming in San Pedro, and I'm like, yeah, I know where he is now. I know where he's there. Yep. It's just hilarious to me because I had followed him for a long time. And once he moved to Pedro, of course, I wasn't there anymore. I would have stalked him for sure. I would have been like just standing there like, I watch all your videos, man. I'm kind of creepy, so you might want to just leave me alone. I think we need to do part of the show called promos.
I think so too.
Promos.
Yeah. Go to Spotify. We have our podcast, and I do this cool thing called Neural Nightmares, where it's all AI. And I help out with creating stories in AI.
So let's be more specific there. You take your ideas that are in your sick, twisted mind and you say, hey, help me AI create this into a sick, twisted story. And then AI does. And then you take that story and you jam it into another AI that goes, I will talk for you. And then boom, you have it done. And what I find funny is people are like, wow, where'd you get that voice talent from?
Yes. But it doesn't sound like I will talk to you.
No. AI sounds just like a regular person. Like if I hadn't told people that, they would have no clue. They'd be like, wait, it's
so
what?
If you like things like Twilight Zone and that Nickelodeon show, like Are You Afraid of the Dark, stuff like that, that's what the podcast is. So it's not completely sick and twisted. It's just
it's not completely sick and twisted. No, not at all.
It's a little Saw-ish, but there's no blood because it's a podcast.
Yeah. It's time to set the mood.
See, and this could have been like Pedro, but it's not a sandy beach. It's a rocky beach. So I have no idea where this is.
I don't either. I don't. You know what? What's weird
it's
about
like
this?
Maine or something like that.
And that's what I was going to say. And who in their right mind sits there while the cat's scrapping? Like, don't they know to leave? Don't they know? You would think.
Maybe the cat was like had the ring instead of like a dog walking. It was a cat.
Yeah. And, yes. 100%. It is time to.
It's been so long. I don't even know what video this is. Oh,
a room full of people.
Yeah, I saw this. It was great.
Froze to death in July.
In July.
It's an unimaginable evil. It's the power to kill by fear itself.
Like literally scared to death?
I'm going to be scared to death.
For us.
Is something trying to get out?
Yeah, something's trying to get out.
It's commanding an army of the undead.
Of the undead.
I think we're all going to die. Hold on to your ass!
Oh no.
This could bring about the end of humankind.
I love that guy.
Patton Oswald or Oz something. Oz.
And I think the other guy is Dev Patel. I think the other guy's Dev Patel, but I'm not positive. Yeah. I want one of those. I want one of those so bad. So you do not know.
It was fantastic.
Yes.
And it was great. And I actually will rate the Ghostbusters movies as 1, 2, this one, and then the last one that they made. The one before
So for me, it goes,
and then
it goes, for me, it goes 1, 3, 2. So I'll have to see where I'm fitting this one in.
Sure.
Because I thought 3 was amazing. The one that,
it was.
Okay, so one of the caveats for anybody in the audience, we as a team have decided that we do not accept the remake of Ghostbusters. That doesn't exist in our world.
No, the female cast, no.
Ugh. Okay, crap.
What?
I can't show you the thing I wanted to show you. No. I'll show you the reason. Log in to Instagram. F you. I forgot that I'm not logged into Instagram on this one.
So yeah,
I'll go to yours.
The McCarthy one is not.
Yeah, no, that's the one we're talking about. Yeah, great cast though. I might add the great cast. Like when I saw the cast for that Ghostbusters, I was like, oh my gosh, I totally and entirely need to.
Well, you know what they should have done?
What?
They should have had Dan Aykroyd write it, and then it would have been good.
Well, I think what happened was they were trying to get rid of the original cast and reboot.
I know, but you can't do that.
No, you can't. And there's so many examples. Correct. And there's so many examples of why did you do that? It's sort of like somebody coming along and making how many did they do Kill Bill volumes 1 and 2? Somebody else coming along and doing Kill Bill volume 3. I don't know what kind of mojo Tarantino has, but I am 900% sure that he has some kind of super clause in his stuff that basically says if he doesn't want it, it will not be done. You know what I mean? Like, because I've never seen them try to remake his crap, and you know for a fact they would. You know that they'd make Inglourious Bastards Part 2. Like, that makes zero sense, but you know for a fact they would do that. 100%.
I agree.
Let's go to yours.
Oh, dude.
Scientists in the Amazon rainforest may have found the world's biggest snake.
Yeah, take a look.
No?
No, these are beautiful. These are beautiful animals. We gotta appreciate them. This is the northern green
Not if it can
anaconda.
eat me in one bite.
It can grow as big as 24
Beautiful.
feet long and weigh around 11.
I know somebody who's a huge reptile fan.
Other anacondas can be longer, but not as heavy. Experts believe this newly discovered breed diverged from the southern anaconda 10 million years ago into something totally new. Anacondas are not venomous. venomous and usually live in or near water and warm parts
But they
of South
just
Africa.
take you
So
around, wrap
really
you,
you're
and then
saying
you
that.
die. And then they'll swallow you whole.
100%, and then you're dead.
Can you imagine
Like dead.
rolling up
Like
on
not
a
basic dead,
24
but complete
foot,
dead.
1100
So I was watching Rogan one day, 24 feet.
Yeah.
That ain't crap compared to the story that I heard. So I was watching Rogan one day, and there was this Amazon expert. This is the same guy who said that he had a buddy who was an Amazon expert, but kind of not that smart or something. He said something about him. No, it wasn't trying to be negative, but this guy went into the rainforest, came across a cannibal tribe, and hung out with them for a while, and then never came back. Like, that's what happened to him, right? So this guy's talking. He's on Rogan.
Do not
he
pee
goes
in any water ever anywhere.
Ever. So this guy,
Rogan,
what happened was he said that they would take helicopters over the Amazon, and they're flying the helicopter down the Amazon, and they saw something that, like, I can't even put my arms out far enough.
You should have run. You should have.
That's how wide it was. They saw the water like moving like it was a tsunami.
Yeah.
And then they saw this snake crest, and the people that were in there said that the snake was a minimum of 200 feet. Minimum 200 feet.
Yeah, no.
And it was at least like 10 to 12 feet wide. And they were like, they had never seen anything like it before. They couldn't believe it. They were like, this isn't real. And if they hadn't seen the head of it, they probably wouldn't have believed it. Does that make sense? And I was like, no,
it makes perfect sense.
No, we're not doing that. Not doing it. Just not. Everybody ready?
If you're really struggling, I'm fucking struggling.
I'm
struggling.
Yeah. That sums up our show. If you're really struggling, wait, what's
Did
this
you say
one?
shrubbery?
Shrubbery? Wait, why? Hold on a second. Oh, I got something for you. This just in. Did you know this, Professor? Did you know this? It is an important thing in the world. I have to get past the commercial. We all know how much those commercials are so much fun and exciting. Skippity.
I thought this hell had passed by. But I was wrong.
No, this is important.
The world is changing, John Constantine.
Very important for you.
The door you fought so hard to keep closed has finally opened.
They warned me this day would come. But I didn't listen. And now, I'm sending them back to hell.
Mankind is the cancer in its own body. Do you love humanity enough to save it? Or was Lucifer right about you, John? You're actually one of us.
They could be hiding in plain sight. We're gonna have to pick them one by one.
So, why does this look like a fan-made trailer?
If they do, hell will freeze over, and everyone.
If it is, I'm gonna be upset.
There's no
I'll be
hiding
honest.
from it, Constantine. Everyone will see.
If this is a fan-made trailer, I will be upset because I thought it was on a legit channel, and I did try to vet it.
It might be.
We'll see about that.
I'm leaning towards what you just said, and I'll tell you why in a second. Says it's coming 2025. Now,
well, also, Ghost
Go ahead.
Rider is a fan-made
Yes.
trailer, and that other one, John Wick 17, was a fan-made trailer.
And that's what I was about to tell you is, do you know why I think it's fake now? I didn't think it was fake before tonight, so now I feel bad.
No.
Warner Brothers. Yeah, but Warner Brothers would never leave their logo in the video footage. Like the Warner Brothers logo was in a bunch of the footage, and I'm like, oh God, Professor's right. Oh crap.
I mean, I want to see it no
I got
matter
duped.
what. And I want that dude from Bush to come back because that Gavin dude, because he was really cool in it.
Rossdale.
So,
Yep.
yeah.
Oh, you mean Mr. Gwen Stefani X? I used to always say that, but now I have to add X at the end. It's not nearly as fun as it used to be. It used to be like Mr. Gwen Stefani, and now it's Mr. X Gwen Stefani. Because now Blake is Mr. Gwen Stefani. So whatever. So if you are on Kick, make sure to subscribe to us. We're at 1 on Kick. 1. It's the truth. Just telling you the truth. Promo time! Promo time! Everybody eat some beer and pretzels. The promo time. Promo time! Everybody eat some.
But we have this in the merch shop. Like, someone go buy some cat poo merch, because
cat poo merch.
It's awesome. Go to our website.
Merch.
Find it.
Buy some cat poo merch.
Yeah.
I got to press a button and then I'll be able to do what I need to do. I turn certain stuff off when we're not using it, and then I forget that I got to turn it back on again. Hate when I do that because I'm an idiot. So for anybody out there, we are a 2-man band, meaning that it's the professor and I. We do not have a fancy studio with 18 people behind us. We are working towards that. So hopefully in the future we will. We do not have. Progress. It is. We do not have a. We do not have a segment for the next segment. So I was trying to do the cool thing that we did the other week, which is that I.
Yeah. You can do this.
Oh yeah. Oh well, yeah, but you know what I found out about that? Oh wait, I got to tell you something about that. So Phil watched the show the other day. Okay, let me make sure this is it. Cool, I got it. Woo! Yes.
Okay.
So Phil watched the show the other day. Phil watches all our shows, by the way. Phil's the bomb.
Thanks, Phil.
And what Phil told me was that when you drain the money, when you rain the money on the screen, it literally super glitches. It's just like.
Oh, well, then we should do it again.
The compression algorithm is like, yeah, screw you, buddy. I'm not doing it. I am not. That's doing it. So there we go.
Cool.
I think. Oh, I know what I got to do. I'm an idiot. Oh yeah, we don't have a promo for the next section. The next section that we are doing is 5 movies that we like that other people not so much. Like we like them.
They're like,
but you probably don't. Yeah. But we like them and you probably hate them. But you know what's funny about that? Yeah. It's our show. So time to see what we like, because that's the point. Yours is first. So we're doing this in reverse order. We're doing a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. So this is yours. Tell me about it. What are we watching?
Oh, this is The Island of Dr. Moreau with Val Kilmer.
On the 6th day,
and one of the best actors ever. You'll figure it out who it is.
Gina Lollobrigida?
On the 7th day,
yes.
he rested.
How'd you know? He plays a cat.
And on the
ooh, they had a solar. Oh, they have a. Ooh, they got the eclipse thing.
Right.
How did you know to tie it in like that?
Remote laboratory. An exiled scientist created.
This is such a weird film, dude. I've seen it before. It's weird.
Dude, I love it.
Unmistakable.
It's right up my weird category.
Yes, I totally 100% get it. Excuse me for burping.
Dr. Moreau.
I am Dr. Moreau.
Father?
I love that they're his children. They're like all these creepy things.
Right. I mean, he makes spliced fat DNA with humans. So.
Yes.
H.G. Wells' most terrifying creation.
I do like that it's an H.G. Wells
the line that separates man from beast.
I mean, it kind of follows it.
And the notorious
it does.
I would say, like, loosely based on H.G. Wells' book, but you know.
H.G. Wells is like rolling over in his grave.
I mean, Kilmer and Brando, so we're good. Yeah.
Yes. It's Brando. Period. That's all you gotta say.
The Island of Dr. Moreau.
If anybody just wants to like sit and be entertained and kind of weird out, and then you're like, why am I attracted to a cat lady? Watch this movie.
And if you don't want to watch that movie, you can watch Cat People. Just saying. I did not put that on my list. That is a weird ass film. If you've never seen Cat People,
go with Stephen King's Sleepwalkers. That's a better cat movie. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna throw this one up. And My first pick is Dungeons and Dragons, Honor Among Thieves. And unfortunately, I was wrong. This was actually a super popular film, and I had to remove it from my own list because once I found out it was super popular, that actually defeated the purpose. I thought it was not popular at all until I went to Rotten Tomatoes. And apparently it got like a 93 and a 97. So that one's right out. And I'm doing a quick psych out on you because now
let me tell you the
this is my actual one.
Viking, Thor Odinson. He was no ordinary man.
This is the one I actually
like
picked.
this movie.
I love this film. People did not like this film.
Yeah.
It got panned real hard. Real hard. But I loved it.
He went from dad bod.
I love the dad bod.
I thought it was great.
And after all that,
I thought it was amazing, but you know what? Like I said, I thought Dungeons and Dragons did bad, and then I looked at it. It was both scores were in the 90s.
Jane?
Love that. Jane? How long's it been? Like a couple weeks?
in their world?
3
years.
No, this.
7 months and 6 days.
Oh.
We'll take.
Not that I'm keeping track. I'm not keeping track.
Sensing feelings?
Yeah, big feelings. Yeah, big feelings.
Right.
He's such a good actor. I thought it was amazing. I even liked his character. His character, like, I don't know, man. Something about him.
It was awesome.
Yeah, but it did really shitty. I also like the like 70s like television style graphics.
He's just my first bad guy.
You never forget your first.
No, not a bad guy like that either. Never forget that bad guy.
You are not like the other gods I've killed.
No, you're not like the other gods that I've killed.
Bring it.
Love and Thunder.
I thought it was fantastic.
Let's
I did
see
too.
who you are. And take off your disguise. And flick.
Ooh, I flick a little too hard.
Flick too hard, damn it!
Shall we have and eventually, grape.
I mean,
the styling of that movie reminded me of the 80s.
Right.
When I saw it, I was like, is this the 80s?
I thought this had everything. Like, it had romance, it had, like, drama to it, it had action,
yeah,
it was
and
funny.
It just... 100%.
It hit
I was on the same page.
Yeah.
And hence everybody else hated it. So there we go.
Well, I mean, I like Ant-Man movies, and nobody seems to like them, so
That's true. Number 4. Number 4 for Professor. See if I got it right.
Nice. I'm sure you did.
There we go.
Do you know what we wouldn't have found if we would have stayed on the trail?
No, I don't know. What would we have found if we had stayed on the trail?
A cliff.
Yeah. A tree branch to twig. You guys step on it.
I saw someone.
That's the universal symbol for run away.
My country 'tis of thee.
It's a story people know but don't talk about. Except in whispers, like a ghost story. Whisper, whisper, whisper.
Sweet land of liberty.
We don't.
It's the only thing we have about whispering.
And they don't bother us.
Of thee I sing.
But anyone who goes up there. What is this place? They don't come back.
No, they don't.
It's like a one-way. It's like a one-way street, buddy.
It's happened before.
Don't go into the woods. Don't go into the woods.
Descendants of these people are still living up there on the mountain?
Yeah, they are. They are.
be the foundation on which a new nation would be built.
Whoa. Run.
Okay, so this was the reboot of Wrong Turn, and that trailer showed you all the worst parts of the movie. It showed you nothing that you were going to see. The movie is nothing like the trailer, but the movie is freaking awesome. It was
I personally
great,
think
and
that every trailer guy should be shot. They've been making trailers that are the worst that I've ever seen in my life in the last, I don't know, 3 years.
I don't know. The story and everything that they showed in the trailer happened in like the first 10 minutes of the movie. That's a whole trailer. But if this movie wasn't called Wrong Turn and it was called something else, like some ancient Indian name, it would have done great in the box office. But because everybody wanted to see a Wrong Turn movie where the people from the mountains look like they were all incestual people, this is not that movie. This is a tribe that's been around for a long time that takes hikers and kills them to worship like a god. So nothing to do with any Wrong Turn, anything. This movie was fantastic. One of my favorite horror movie slasher movies of all time. I love this movie.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to watch it. I think I've seen the
it.
previews. Yeah, I think I've seen the previews. I think that's it.
Midway through, there's an eye scene that you might not want to watch.
Yeah. Every horror movie has an eye scene. There's 0% chance I'm getting away from an eye scene.
Yeah.
0% chance. Okay, so this is mine. This should actually probably be higher on the list, but I put other stuff higher just because, we'll see as it goes along. But let's get into it. So this is my number 4 pick. Number 4 pick by Tick.
All I have for you is a word. Tenet. It'll open the right doors. Some of the
Bro, I still haven't seen this.
I will warn you, this is the number of times you need to watch it, unfortunately. So,
okay, gotcha.
Just because the first time you're like, what in the flying hell?
To do what I do.
The second time you're like, oh, I kind of get it. And then the third time you're like, do I actually get it? You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
We're trying to prevent World War III.
Trying to.
I'm not saying Armageddon here.
No. Something worse.
I gather you have an interest in a certain Russian national.
Why don't you bring me in?
It's got your guy too.
He can communicate with the future.
Wait for it. Wait for it. No. There it is.
Inversion.
Pattinson.
Aim it and pull the trigger. You're not shooting the bullet. You're catching it.
Whoa. Well, I've seen.
There he is.
Well, we'll try and keep up.
So,
Mr. Twilight.
So if he sleeps with someone, he's like, I'm not getting you pregnant. I'm unpregnating you.
This is about
exactly. The baby's already like 33.
Bold.
Right.
Bold, I'm fine with that.
In fact, here he is. Right here.
There he is. I will let you know that no matter how much of this movie they show you,
how would you like to die?
Oh, you still need to watch it. Like you've seen nothing. It won't make. This is one of those previews. No matter how many times you watch it, like if you haven't seen the film,
well, happened here.
It will never show you too much of the film. Like it won't make enough sense, or won't make more sense, or.
There are people of the future who need us. I need a Tenet.
I need a
to save them here and
Tenet.
This reversing the flow of time. Doesn't us being here now mean it never happened? You want to crash a plane?
But not from the air. No, it's so dramatic.
Well, how big a plane?
Pretty big.
That part is a little dramatic.
I really wish that I had watched this in the theater, by the way. That's one of those films that I really wish I had watched.
I need to see it because there's times where I sit down and I go, what am I going to watch?
Yeah.
And then
I
by the
will
time
let
I
you
find
know.
something, I'm like, I don't want to watch anything.
Yeah, I don't want to watch anything anymore. Yeah, I always end up on YouTube because of that, because I know I can get like a quick fix with YouTube and then I'm out.
Right.
I will warn you, Tenet is very heady. It's a very heady film. First time I ever watched it, I loved it because I'm big into loopy films.
Yeah.
Like I like Memento, but I love Live, Die, Repeat. I love Groundhog's Day. You know what I mean?
I do
And
too.
Tenet has that kind of thing in it. It's not the same, but it's got that kind of thing in it. But I will let you know, it's slow at first. You're like, it's supposed to be an action film, but it's a standard Christopher Nolan film, which it basically all, in my opinion, all Christopher Nolan films kind of go like this.
Except for Oppenheimer.
I thought Oppenheimer did that, but you did not like that film.
That's the worst movie I've ever seen in my life.
I know, you said no likies. No
likies. I don't care. I would rather watch some college film that did horrible and he only put an hour into it. Be like, yep, we'll watch this all day. Yep.
Oh, that might be so future idea for future list. Not next week, but like maybe in a month or so, we do the 5 films that everyone loves that we don't like at all. You know what I mean? Like, and I know for a fact Oppenheimer will be on your list. Know that for a fact.
That would be number 1. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So now
if we're doing 5, I can list 5 and it's all Oppenheimer. So yeah. I mean, that's how much I hated that movie.
No, I know.
Give me a list of 10. You want 10 movies? I'll give you Oppenheimer 10 times.
10 times.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, that's too funny. That's so funny. Well, you might, with that being said, you might hate Tenet then. You just might hate it. But I'll be honest, it doesn't have
Inception.
any of the, and that's what I was going to say. It doesn't have
Yeah.
any of the Oppenheimer slowy stuff going on. You know what I mean? It is a slow build film, but it's got enough going on at each stage that you're like, why is he doing that? What's going on? Where are we going? I'm confused.
Batman movies were fantastic.
Yes, yes, and I would put them. I would put them in the same vein or the same category. And I love that actor now. He's the guy that did Creator, which I have not made it all the way through because every time I go to sit down, I'm like, okay, I've got my popcorn, which I don't eat popcorn. I've got my drink, which I don't drink that much. And then I sit down and I go to watch it, and people are like, "Oh, the world just caught on fire. Can you come help?" And I'm like, "Okay, yeah." And then I sit back down again, and I'm like, by the third time, I'm like, you know what? The universe is telling me don't watch this film right now, so I'll come back later. So we are moving on to number 3 for Professor.
Woodland Hills Suburbia, home of Marge and Dick Nelson.
Dick, don't drink from the carton.
Nothing unusual ever happens to them.
Bye.
But this weekend, they're taking a little trip.
Soon, Marge Nelson, you will be mine.
I don't even remember this film.
Oh, dude, it's so good.
I don't even remember
This was like 84 or 85.
Now they're on their way.
It's got that look about it.
Take my picture. Don't take to the small.
It definitely looks like they're trying to rip off Back to the Future there. So,
dude, this movie's so funny.
What are these, your pets? Oh, I see. It's your family.
Boys are dogs.
Ow, get your paws
I remember that dog.
And everyone
That's so weird.
Is just plain stupid. Who would have thought that Marge and Dick
Marry me, Marge, and become the Queen of Spengo.
would save the world?
Let me out of here.
I have information vital to the future of your planet.
Let me out of here. Bye.
Take the information and escape.
So funny. I'll have to watch this. It looks campy and silly and fun.
It is so good. It is so
Looks
good.
so campy, so
One of
silly,
my
and so fun.
favorite part.
Finally,
Yes.
motion pictures that asks the
So they're
age-old
fighting
question,
people
is
from
there
the outside,
intelligent life in the
and
universe?
they have this thing called a smart bomb.
The answer
And
is
all it says is "pick me up," and then the guy incinerates. And so he'll drop it, and then another guy picks it up, and then another guy picks it up. It's so funny.
Mom and Dad save the world.
Mom and Dad save the world. It
That's
is
so funny. And Kathy Ireland is in it. That's hilarious.
Yes.
Mom and Dad.
Kathy Ireland,
It's
as long as
so
she's
good.
not talking, is like one of the best actresses
She has
ever.
like 2 lines. Yeah.
The film
Good.
that Daily News said had broader laughs
I'm not trying to be
than
mean to
Bill and
her,
Ted,
but like,
and called it funny
oof.
family fare like Honey, I Blew Up the Kid.
A gem, said KABC TV. A cross between Saturday Night Live, Little Shop of Horrors, and the Keystone Cops.
What?
Fun, daffy, charming. John Lovitz gives one of the zaniest performances ever recorded on film.
I like the way they're bribing people. They're like, come on, you got to see this. We put so much money into this.
You saw these other films.
Family films. Mom and
Why
Dad
does this
Save
scream
the
direct
World.
to video?
Now being
Like,
released
I hate
on
to
home
say it, but
video
it just
with
screams
special
I
like.
saw it as a kid in the movie theater.
And with each
Yeah, no, but it
get
really
100
has that
Mom
like
and
feel.
Dad Save the
Do you know
World
what I mean?
Recycled plastic bags to give out to your best rental customers.
Yeah.
Mom and Dad Save the World.
Yep. That's too
So,
good.
I
It's too
remember
good.
going to see Batman, like the
Yes.
first Batman.
Yes, the
And then
Tim Burton.
like a couple months later, this came out. And
Gotcha.
I loved it. Yeah, it was just
There you go.
it's so good. It's so stupid though, but it's so good. Anytime like when I was home from school, like sick or something like that, I would just play this, and it's and
cheer
nobody
you up.
knows about it. Yeah,
Right.
And everybody seems to hate it, but I love
Yeah.
it. And I'm sure if you saw it, you would be like, it's a great movie.
That's a great film.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yep.
Here's the next one. This is tick number 3.
Trace. I went bilingual. I'm sorry.
You did.
Trying
I
to bring
dare
us
you.
a new audience. Yeah.
Across the sea of stars.
Across the sea of stars.
I'm glad you went
exactly
like old like I did, even though mine wasn't old.
Just
Yours isn't
27
old,
years
but
old.
still.
Single but searching. Favorite sports, windsurfing and aikido.
I love this movie.
Favorite pastimes, cigars.
I was totally joking. I hate this film. I've never made it all the way through it. I knew you were going to say you liked it. It was a Psych Out. Psych Out number 2.
He lands.
I love this movie.
I hate this film. Absolutely despise this film. I have never made it all the way through that film. I hate it. I was trying to see if you would like it. I knew you were going to see it.
Good that your microphone's all crackly and stuff because of you hate Howard the Duck.
It's true.
I like Howard the Duck. He's a little pervert. He's great. Mm-hmm.
He's a little pervert. That's why I like him so much. Did my voice
Yeah, I
come
don't know
back
what's
yet?
going on with your mic.
Did it
No.
come back?
Nope.
Let me do this.
Just click some buttons that have nothing to do with it and it will work.
Right, exactly. Oh, you know what? I'll just hit the promo button for no apparent reason. Promo.
God, now I need to find that. How many drugs do you have to be on? 1 or 2?
All of them.
All of them.
All of them.
All of them.
All
Just
of them.
all of them.
Okay, and we're back. Did it get better?
And your mic's back. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. The real
Okay.
one is this one. This is the real one. I totally
All right.
wanted to psych you out again. I did want. I had
I
2
like
psych outs
Howard
this
the
week.
Duck.
I knew you were going to
It's
say
a
that.
great
Can't
movie.
stand that film. This is my real one for number 3.
Second that ticks by.
Oh,
Why
it's
are you not
Tomorrowland.
louder? It is.
Yeah.
And it's the most
I like
quiet
Tomorrow-
version ever. It's like super quiet.
It's
I don't know why
ASMR
it's so quiet. It is.
It's not mine.
What's not yours?
It's not mine.
Don't touch it. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
You touched it.
We're quiet now, so maybe it can be loud.
Dad, I just need you to look at this. Does it look weird?
A secret place.
It's like we're running at a really fast rate, huh, boys?
I absolutely love this film.
Go away.
I know everybody hated it and they did really bad in the box office.
Horrible.
Yeah.
I've watched it like 7, 8, 9 times.
I think I've seen it twice.
Where'd you get this?
Yeah.
Who are you, kid?
It's my feel-good film. Like when I need to feel good.
I get it.
What you
Yeah.
saw was a place where the best and the brightest people in the world came together to actually change it.
Well, and you would think just because like George Clooney's in it and like I know
Why? Did something happen over there?
he's done a lot more movies where he like his acting is just on par. Like so, but this one, it's superb. Like this is great. His acting's great. It's not one of those like love story, dramatic movies where it's just he gives his I'm showing up and I'm here's the paycheck. Like, follow me. Let me just work with like Julia Roberts. This is not that. This you can tell that he really cared about this. Yeah.
The future.
He's not like how much.
And it has house in it.
It does. That's another reason I love it. I was a big House fan. So. Although House is a complete dick. I'll be honest. House's level of stupid.
You wanted to see tomorrow,
astronomical.
Yep.
Here it comes.
Your microphone's really low, by the way.
I did it on purpose because that was so quiet. Let me get back. So we should be back to normal. Like you should be able to hear me again.
Yeah.
Can you hear me again?
I can hear you.
Excellent. Yeah, I had to get rid of that audio because
that was good.
That was like the most quiet. That was like the most quiet whatchamacallit we've had in a long time. Number two.
Dos.
Trying to get those international viewers. So this is the professors.
So,
number dos.
Equis. The Dos Equis. 95. Worst movie of 95 for everybody else but me.
I love
this movie.
You do. I've tried to watch. I've watched it one time officially and tried to watch it 3 additional times. Have such a hard time with it, especially when they start talking about the memory stuff.
Yeah, it's like
it reminds me of Lawnmower Man when it comes to the special effects.
Into the brain of a human courier like Johnny Mnemonic. Hit me.
How do you fit all that in your head anyway?
I had to dump a chunk of long-term memory.
See, I love all like the weird sci-fi, like they think this is what the future is, but it's not.
What about Time Cop? Have you seen Time Cop?
Yeah, I like Time Cop with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, I like Time Cop.
In a future,
because they came out around the same time, if I'm not mistaken.
They did. And I think it was something like 4 megabytes in his head that you can.
Yeah, that's why I have such a hard time watching these shows because at the time, like they were like, my VIC 20 has like 47 has 32 K, so like we should go to megabytes. Nobody will get like 10 megabytes. Nobody will have that.
Well, and you know who that is, right? That was Henry Rollins.
Oh yeah. This is yep.
Yeah.
I missed it, but I remember him being in this film.
So
Henry Rollins did like 7 films altogether, or 8 during this time frame. Like he seemed like he wanted to transition, and then he stopped doing movies.
Well, I mean, when you get in a movie as good as this, you just don't need to do anymore.
There's no higher you can go. So.
So it was gonna be this for me or New Jack City. So
I think so first of all, everyone loves New Jack City. So you could have done a psych out on that one because everyone loves New Jack City. Period. I
like Johnny Mnemonic. I like all that futuristic, like, hey, this is what it's gonna look like in the future, but then we're already way past that. I love that. Yeah.
It's the God's honest truth. And I was going to say, the thing that I had a problem with, it's the same problem I have with Hackers now. Hackers didn't age that well. It's a great film. I love Hackers. But when they... You don't like Hackers? When they start talking about tech, basically, first of all, they probably got, like, at the time, the foremost experts.
I didn't pay attention to any of that movie because Angelina Jolie, the Bobo, whatever, she's in it, and you can't just like pay attention to the movie whenever she's on
screen. Yeah, she is very
because
distracting.
that was like her youth, and that was amazing and
super distracting. And whoever was her, whoever did the costume design for Angelina Jolie for that film, they basically were like,
they knew.
Can
they
we
read
get
the
her
script
almost
for that movie, and they were like, no. She's just eye candy. That's all what you're going to do. That's it.
That's it. But you're right. It's true. If you take Angelina's parts out of that film, you can watch that whole film without much interruption. But as soon as she comes on screen, you're like, wait, what were they talking about? Like,
Right.
but yeah, when they get into that heavy like tech talk, since I love tech talk, I get so disappointed by it because it's just like, it's like, oh, my ROM, it needs to be upgraded and I need 16 kilobits. Oh my God, you got 16 kilobits? Oh yeah, and then I connected it to my modem and my modem can go 56K. Oh my God, your modem can do 56K? And like at the time, like they just basically took every number that existed at the time and multiplied by like 2, maybe 3. And unfortunately, from that time until now, every single of those numbers has been multiplied by at least 1,000. Some of them by 10,000 or 100,000. Like the amount of bandwidth that I had from the age of like 12 or 13, when I guess we got a modem, until the time I was like 27, take every single bit of byte that I uploaded, and that's one YouTube video that I watched today. Like one. It's just ridiculous. Okay, so I kind of didn't have 5 that I really liked, but I think you'll like this next one. It's a question for you. Are you heading to this? Dun dun dun. It does look like a movie, by the way. So epic! You probably read what was on the screen, but have any ideas yet what this is?
No. I'm waiting for like Kung Fu Panda 4. No. With Skadoosh.
Not quite.
Oh.
Not quite. Tomorrowland! So the problem with Tomorrowland, the movie, is that Tomorrowland by Budweiser, no less.
There'll be beer. You're
There'll
good.
be beer at Tomorrowland. So this is Tomorrowland. This is Tomorrowland, the festival from 2024. Tomorrowland, the festival.
Gotcha.
So that's the reason that I put it on there was because, I was going with the whole. Yeah, exactly. I was going with the whole Tomorrowland thing.
Yeah.
Because I did Tomorrowland before. So now we are down to number 1. The number 1 film that the professor loves that everybody else is like, oh. Well, not
everybody
that way,
hated
but they're
it.
like, yeah. And I was going to say, it like basically got panned by everybody.
No. Dude, if you haven't seen this,
of
this
mysterious
is amazing.
beauty. In
I
a
haven't
time
seen this one
of
yet.
extraordinary legends.
Oh, this is like my number
In a
1 or number
place
2
of
most funniest
ancient
movie of all time.
The
So you got
definitely
to
have to see it.
world has
Does he
ever
use
known
his skadoosh
is about
badoosh?
to kick his first butt.
Oh no, I've seen Kung Pao. I've seen this film. 100%.
Now, after a lifetime of training.
Hey, who's he?
I don't know. The Chosen One has returned.
If you truly are the Chosen One, then you must bear the sacred mark.
To deliver
I haven't seen this in forever. It's been a long time.
Dude.
And to
They
check
even
out
dubbed the dog.
Be
It
not
is so
concerned of her
funny.
shyness, for it will pass.
Oh, that's too good.
There you go.
20th Century Fox invites you to feel the fury. Taste the passion.
You are the chosen one. One day, all will be revealed to you.
I'm sorry?
And witness
Oh, what?
the utter madness. Kung Pao. Enter the fist.
Wow. Oh, that's too funny. You'll find this next tie-in hilarious. So, oh, that's too funny. Mine, okay, I'll just put it on. It's just easier.
Kung Pao is just so good. And it's even better knowing that it was a real like karate movie and he put himself in it through like a green screen, and he hired actors to be in it like that, and it is just so good.
There's one that's on YouTube.
Script. Yeah,
I'll have to find the YouTube one, because there's a YouTube one where a guy made it in his apartment. Like, it was just him in his apartment. He had other people that came and helped him. But it's got a similar feel to it. It's got a kung fu name. I'm going to have to look that one up. It's going to drive me crazy. But it's so funny, that end scene, because watch this next end scene. Like, watch this next one. So yours had this exact thing in it. So
it did. Use this 100%.
So I use this as my insert my representation for I like all Matrix. Like, people hate 2, people hate 3, people despise 4. They love 1. They think everything else should have been better. I love all Matrix. Like, they could put out Matrix.
It's a complete story. Yeah.
Yes. And this also made the list because they just announced Matrix 5. Like, they literally just, this isn't me making it up. It isn't like some fake thing. For real,
so they're actually going to do
Matrix 5.
Another Matrix movie?
Yes, 100%. It just got greenlit. I don't know I think there's a director attached to it, and I don't think it's the Wachowskis, either of the boys that became girls. I don't think Lana and her sister aren't attached to it. I don't think Keanu's even attached to it. Like, I don't know who's in this film. So
is it going to be animated?
No. It's live action. It's real deal. It's not.
Really?
Yeah. And that's why I said it. So,
because I like number 4, and that I thought about doing that and putting that on this list, but I think it was timing. If COVID didn't come out, like, and that wasn't a thing where people didn't go to the box office and stuff like that, I think if this came out like a year later or 2,
yes,
it would have been.
I agree. Well, no, great. I think it would have always had a problem because everyone would have compared it to 1, and people disliked 3. So a lot of people didn't like 3. So they were already on a dislike. Yeah.
Right. I did this thing where before I watched 4, I rewatched the Matrixes. Because I was like, 2 wasn't really that great. I like 3. But when I watched them all, I was like, it's not about it. They're telling one story of 2 people that can't separate from each other. No matter what goes on, they're always going to find each other.
It's like twin stars. They always talk about twin stars out in the galaxy. They have to circle each other. So,
once they're together, they become like the chosen. They're the chosen together. Apart, they're not.
Yes. So for anybody who hasn't seen Matrix 4, close your ears. I'm going to spoil some stuff, but you're probably not going to watch it anyway if you haven't watched it by now. If you go into Matrix 4, because this is what I did on my, like, I don't know, 3rd, 4th, 5th watch. I don't know. But if you go into Matrix 4 and you flip the 2 characters from Matrix 1, Trinity gets Neo's role, and Neo gets Trinity's role. If you just flip those 2, then the movie is like, oh my God, I get it. Like, I totally get it.
Right.
I kind of wish that they had told it from, what's her name in it? It's not Trinity. She has a stupid name, and she hates it. But anyway, Trinity's name in 4, if they had made the movie from her perspective and not shown Neo at all, I think it would have had more of an impact. But I absolutely love 4's introspection, the jokes inside the jokes, inside the jokes, inside the jokes. Like, if you haven't watched the first 3, and I'm talking about watch them, you can't be like, oh, I saw that once in a theater. If you've watched them multiple times, then 4 has so many levels, it becomes a whole different film. And if you flip the paradigm because a lot of people went into it and went, Neo's not Neo in this. And it's the God's honest truth. Neo's not supposed to be Neo in this. He's not the chosen one in the 4th film. I feel Trinity is the chosen one in the 4th film.
Yes.
But that's my feeling. I like it when we agree. It's kind of funny though, because like it is one of those situations. Okay, are we doing? Oh, hold on a second. Okay, I know what we're doing. Promo time. Promo time. Everybody gets a promo.
I need my enema.
And then we are going to Dun,
Yeah,
dun,
because
dun,
we have
dun.
54 minutes and we have so much more show.
Shh!
I
Don't
knew
tell
it was going to
anybody.
be like this.
Don't tell anybody. Bam, 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 bam. Phil meets the movies.
Oh, I have food here.
So...
Oh no, aren't these any good still?
That's hilarious. By the way,
remember that last time I had corn nuts and it was like sweet corn. How many months ago was that?
A while. I would say 4 or 5, at least a month and a half. At least a month and a half. So.
And did I not like them because they tasted like corn, but they're corn nuts?
Yeah, you were like,
because I just took a bite of one and I'm like,
you're
they
like,
taste
these
like corn.
suck. Yeah, you're like, these suck. You're like, these aren't any good.
Taste like corn.
You're like, these are bad.
Right.
Why would anybody?
Why
eat
make
these?
corn taste like corn?
Right.
Like, why don't make it taste like something different other than corn?
Right.
Like
100%.
They're corn chip. Yeah.
Yeah. I totally I'm on the exact same page. Phil meets the movies. So let me do that. Different background. This week we're gonna see what Phil watched. Now, granted, Phil watched these last week because I got sick, so it's a little stale. But Phil isn't watching like the most latest and the greatest, so he watches a lot of older films. So first one, Magnificent Seven from 1960. I have seen this movie multiple times, and it's one of my favorite films. It is a great film.
I should do that.
So for anybody that doesn't know, Magnificent Seven is a Americanized or Hollywood remake of a Japanese film called The Seven Samurai. And I'll be honest, both films are amazing. Like, I don't put one any higher than the other. Now, here's the problem that modern people are going to have. They remade The Magnificent Seven, and they used, like, big budget Hollywood people. Like, the guy that... the Guardians of the Galaxy lead. What is his name?
Steve.
No. You know who I'm talking about, though. The lead character. He is basically Chris Pratt. So Chris Pratt is in that, and then it's got, I think Denzel Washington's in it. It's got like a pretty star-studded cast. But
the Western movie.
Yes. And
yeah, that's a Tarantino movie. Wasn't it?
No, absolutely not. I don't.
I'm thinking of The Hateful Eight.
Yes, and that's a
because
great
they
film.
both came out about the same time. And they were both cowboys.
Did.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah.
And The Hateful Eight is actually really good. The Magnificent Seven, the remake, it's literally just a remake. Like, I don't think I can go much higher than about a C. And I've watched it 1.5 times. It's one of those films that I want to love, but I have a hard time even liking it. Teen Titan Go to the movies. What?
I've seen it.
Even.
Yep.
What?
It's great.
Is it good?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
it's
have
fantastic.
to watch it then.
Yeah, it's great.
I have never seen this. Oh wow,
Yeah.
I'm totally
the
shocked.
music in it
Yes.
is amazing. Just to let you know, watch it for the soundtrack. It's awesome.
Okay, I was about to say because he gave it a C minus. That's not for Phil. That's not good rating.
Okay,
Although Magnificent Seven, he gave exactly what I thought he should. An A.
We're talking about like a Cartoon Network movie. Come on.
Right. Right.
For
I
kids.
totally get it.
Like-
I totally get it.
Yeah.
Ask Me to Dance from 2022. What? The dreary independent rom-com has moments strong enough to get an E for effort, but it is a tough watch to see. I haven't even heard of this film. The biggest name in the film is Joyce DeWitt, Janet from Three's Company. Holy mackerel. I have never seen him give such a low score on something, an E minus 4.3. Whoa.
I almost want to watch it because it's an E minus.
Me too. It's so bad. Last week on the TP show, or 2 weeks ago, during my classic Star Trek segment, Tick mentioned that I am also a huge Godzilla fan. Godzilla. It is important to remember that the Toho studio Godzilla Kaiju franchise also includes titles without Godzilla too. You got to remember, there's Mothra and lots of others. It is spread out to other characters too, just like today with the MCU. So since Tick mentioned Godzilla, this week I will rank the classic Godzilla Kaiju titles from the 1950s. It is an era known today as the early Showa era of Gojira. See the rankings on the last page. So we're going to flip. Have you seen any of the classic Godzilla films? The Godzilla versus Mothra and Godzilla.
Yep.
And
Godzilla's, there's like one where Godzilla has a baby.
Yeah. So before we
yeah.
before we get to the next page, first of all, I made a huge mistake, huge calculated risk that really paid off wrongly. I never went to the theater to see Godzilla -1. Because in my stupid brain, Godzilla -1, I didn't want to read. And it's a subtitle film. And I wasn't really in, at the time, I wasn't really like, oh, I want to go to the theater and read a film. So I, like a moron, skipped it. And the reason I say that is because every other film, Barbie, Oppenheimer, go down the list, anything that was Oscar, in the Oscar contention, or did Oscar stuff, came back out, went back into the movie theater. Everybody got to see it. I did not understand the way this works. The company or the studio that he just mentioned, it's Toho Studios out of Japan, has made a contract, and I think it's Warner Brothers, with Warner Brothers in the United States. And in this contract, they are not allowed to have films in the in either rental or out in the movie theater at the same time. So Godzilla -1 comes out, and then Godzilla X Kong just came out. And because of that, Godzilla -1 cannot come out on the rental market here in America. They cannot sell it here in America. They can't even show it on streaming here in America. So that's why everybody's like, Godzilla -1, I can't wait to see it. You're going to be waiting until probably, my guess, November. That's my guess. So here's the rundown. Next page. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay.
Godzilla.
And are we pronouncing Godzilla wrong? Because in all those movies, they say Godzilla.
Godzilla. That is the same. Do you know the actual name of Japan if you're in Japan? They don't call it Japan. Japanese people don't say, hey, Japan. Japan got the name, I think, from the British invaders. They started calling it Japan. So if you're in Japan, what do you think Japanese people call it? I'll just give it to you. Nippon. Nippon. It's not Japan. It's called Nippon.
I didn't think we were that kind of show.
Just telling you. Just telling you.
All right.
Language. Okay, so here are his
All right, we got it.
Here are the original ones in the order that he likes the most to the least, I do believe. That is my guess. That is what I'm going with. Godzilla 1944, aka Godzilla, King of the Monsters from 1956. Rodan. Yes, I forgot about Rodan. 1956. The Mysterlands. The Mysterians. Holy crap. Reading. What a concept. 1957. Battle in Outer Space. 1959. Holy mackerel. Godzilla Raids Again. 1955. AKA Gigantus the Fire Monster. Yes. Okay. And then 1958's Varan, aka Varan the Unbelievable. The North American version that is better than the original Japanese version is Gigantus the Fire Monster. Wow, that's pretty amazing.
When he watches these, does he read it, or does he get the ones that are all like dubbed?
He's very old school. He likes to watch things in their original form. Like he's not. I watch quite a lot of. I read a lot. I do a lot of whatchamacallits. Crunchyroll. I'll do a lot of dubbed instead of subbed. Subbed instead of dubbed. But there are times when I'm like, I don't want nothing to do with reading right now. So like those movies are right out. Like literally right out. There is no getting past it. Oh yeah, there's like zero chance we're getting to all the stuff, which is great. I love it. It's unlike that one show where we got done like 20 minutes earlier and I'm like, I don't know what we're going to do.
Right.
I don't know. So everybody that is in the audience, that's me, you, and about 3 other people. What I want you to do right now is go get a drink and grab a snack because the next thing we are going to be watching is a movie. We're going to watch it in its entirety from beginning to end. And we will probably get hit with a copyright strike. And I am fine with that, although I don't like them because this is well worth what we're going to be doing. Now, what I need to do, though, is do a promo because we've already talked about this. climactic end to Grease Pole Festival. It's the God's honest truth. We definitely need to be doing that one of these days. I have actually already seen this. I wish I had known we were watching it because I probably would have held off. But it was very important to me to watch this because it is that good. It is that good. It is that important to everybody's life.
Yeah.
Okay, so promo. We don't have a segment for it, so I will.
Nope.
Wrong one.
That works.
Wrong way, Johnson.
Oh, okay.
Still wrong way, Johnson.
Why don't we do this now that we know that it freezes?
Woo! Now everybody at home, their whole entire screen's freaked out. And
that's great.
Go. Trying to get the volume correct so that people can hear it and we don't blast ourselves out. Just try to keep up, okay? There we go. I love that actor, by the way. I don't think I remember that. When I
don't either, but it's awesome.
It is, now that I've figured it out. Donuts!
Is my dry cleaning in my office? I don't know. You an intern?
Segment producer?
Huh. You new?
I've been here for 7 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Welcome to Hollywood.
Give this to Richard.
We're back in 30 seconds!
He needs to hold it up during his segment. Camera 1. Got it? Cool.
Places, everyone. 10, 9.
So how's everyone doing tonight? Let's get some energy. Welcome to the Ellen Show.
7. 5.
Well, they skipped them.
Does this guy not know how to count?
3.
I don't know how to count.
Our next guest has been helping people change their
I know who
lives
that
for
looks
decades.
like.
His latest DVD is called Sweat Into the Oldies 5.
Kurt Cobain?
No, it rhymes with Helen B. Generous. Rhymes with Helen B. Generous.
Richard Simmons!
Yay!
I've met him multiple times.
Camera 2, try to keep up with him. Beautiful, healthy looking audience!
Why is there a guy just standing on the stage? Just standing there. Jesus.
Settle down, you're gonna hurt yourself.
Oh, God.
Okay.
I don't know where I am.
Now, Richard, I was surprised to find out that this is your 59th video.
Yes, 59th DVD, yes.
Now, for folks out there who are looking to get in better shape, do you have any advice?
Yes, number 1, love yourself. Have a lot of self-worth. And number 2, lower your calories and watch your portions. And number 3, move those buns! Hey, can I tell everybody that?
What?
Can I tell everybody that?
Talking this ear.
Mama wants to see, Mama wants to do. Tipsy, that's from Tipsy.
He's supposed to be holding a copy of Sweat Into the Oldies 5.
Where's his copy of Sweat Into the Oldies 5?
Everybody here in your audience gets a copy of Sweat Into the Oldies 5. Yeah, I'm gonna be your new piece of exercise equipment. Look, Ellen, look.
This management's gonna kill us.
Who was supposed to give it to him?
Who out there wants to dance with me and Ellen? I got the tunes and I got the moves, so let's start sweating. Here we go, guys. up, throw. Down.
Everybody, time to sweat with the oldies.
And then down. Then we're gonna go the horns. Here we go. Horns. Horns. And then go crazy. Ah! Yes, you guys are doing great. Now we're gonna scoop.
He really looks like Richard Simmons to me.
Right.
It's creepy.
He might be a little
I'll be
taller.
honest.
Yeah.
A little bit.
That.
Yeah. Same body type too.
Right.
And we're out. Can I give you some advice? I know you're new here, but if you want to last,
7 years.
just stay out of people's way.
7.
I've
7.
been here for 7 years.
Welcome to Hollywood, everyone. I know what I hear calling. Donuts.
Donuts?
Donuts.
Yeah.
Donuts. Donuts.
Are you gonna eat that?
What?
Do you mind if I?
No, go ahead.
Oh. Oh. I just love the rainbow sprinkles. I used to eat 12 of these in just one sitting.
Did you go get donuts?
Memories all
You got a
alone in
donut!
the moonlight. Cats. Here, take a
I don't
seat.
have much.
No,
but
here,
I
sit for a
can.
sec. It's okay.
I wish.
I'm gonna break. What's your name?
I'm David.
Hi, David. I'm Richard.
I know who you are.
I love this
Do
part.
you?
I love this part.
Orgasmic. You're looking at me because I'm eating a donut? You think it's weird?
Oh, little.
Listen, every day I try to find a moment to bring me peace, okay? And every day it's something completely different. Pulling over the side of the road and just turning the radio off. Crying to when Harry met Sally. And today it's a donut. You know, there was a time in my life when food was the only thing that brought me peace. Food was very nice to me, and I wasn't nice to myself.
You're only talking to me because I'm fat.
No, David. No, stop it. I saw you working really hard not to be noticed, and I know what it's like to want to disappear, okay? And I could see it in you. What's my first rule? Like yourself, okay? Like yourself.
Like yourself.
Your weight doesn't matter. If you like yourself, you're gonna be fine. And I have a sense you haven't been the kindest person to yourself lately, have you? But if I'm wrong, just say, Richard, you're nuttier than a squirrel turd.
What?
If I'm wrong, just say, Richard, you're nuttier than a squirrel turd.
No.
Don't be shy. Okay, you're beautiful. You're unique.
This actually made me like tear up. He did such a good job on this.
And where I'm right now is I just love myself. Every part of myself. Even the 300-pound me. Which is why I let him out every once in a while to have a donut. And I think I could show you how to get here.
We're back in 30 seconds.
Here. Have the rest of my donut. Or don't.
Or don't.
Ask yourself, David, is this donut fit for a king? Because that's what you are, David. You're a fucking king. Okay, so don't forget about it. Okay? You're loved. You're loved by me. You're loved by the world. You're kind. You're beautiful. And you're unique.
So good. It reminds me, and this is going to sound weird, it reminds me of Man on the Moon.
Oh, yeah.
I love you, David.
I get it.
When he becomes Andy Kaufman. Yeah. It doesn't seem like acting. It seems like he's almost in like, he jumped into Richard's body.
Right.
Okay, we don't need to watch all the credits because it's already bad enough we got this far.
Right.
So
fantastic.
Yes. Fantastic.
I would sit through like an hour and a half movie of this. I would
There's
do
a
it.
problem though. There's a huge problem. Have you heard the problem?
What's the problem? What? That Richard Simmons didn't like it, but Richard Simmons did like it.
No, he's angry.
No.
Even,
everything's okay now.
No,
everything's
I've heard the
okay.
opposite. I've heard the opposite.
Really?
I heard he's not happy. I've heard he's very not happy. Now, this could be true. This could be incorrect, though. It could be that, whatchamacallit?
So,
that
when
was
this first
when
came
it
out,
first got released.
Richard,
yes, that's what. Yeah,
Richard Simmons was like angry. Then he saw it, and then he was like, "Oh, okay, my mind's changed. Everything's good." Because they thought he was
that. I love that. I love that a lot.
They thought
actually.
he was going to portray him as like some idiot dude, but no,
he's exactly like Richard Simmons was.
Right.
Like that's exactly. If you've ever met Richard Simmons, which I've had the fortune or misfortune, depending on how you say it, because some people did not like him during the time frame. I met him. It wasn't like I hung out with him or anything like that, but I worked at QVC. And when you work at QVC, you run into the people that work that sell stuff on QVC. And Richard Simmons, having DVD collections to sell, sold stuff on QVC. So I met him multiple times in the hall. And he was always very much like he is on TV. And it was weird to me because I always thought it was like, not an act, but I thought it was more of a persona. So like you walk around like, hello, how are you today? And then it's like, hey, it's Amy, me, I'm on the TV. You know what I mean? But no, he was exactly the way he was. Wore the same clothes, walked the same way, talked the same way, seemed like a down-to-earth, genuine person. And his whole thing was he's just trying to help some mother effers. You know what I mean? He's just trying to get some people from point A to point B. I figured out how we're doing what we're doing, by the way. It took me a couple minutes. We are skipping the TV section.
Yeah.
And we will do the TV section on the next show.
Next week?
Yes.
Okay, good.
So, well, it won't be next week. It'll be the next show.
Dude, if you're not
you
sitting, you should sit.
Yes.
So
why? What happened?
Because we're going to have a very awkward conversation coming up after we watch this video. You got to watch the video. The one that says it's time to have a WTF awkward conversation. It's the one right after all the TV stuff.
I don't know if I transferred it over then, because give me a second.
I hope you did.
I don't see it. The problem I'm having is I do not see it. So give me 1 second, because I can easily add it in.
So if you're going court gesture, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from that.
No, I know, but it's actually much more than that. It's actually a lot more than that. Oh. Okay, it's time to have an awkward conversation. I don't know. I don't think that didn't make it on the show, and neither did Beth's death.
What?
No. What happened was I was working on all of the other stuff, getting all the other stuff in. So give me a couple seconds. I know how to make this happen.
I have a feeling you're going to have a lot to say about it, and all the other shows that I've already, or like new segments, they never go as far as we're going to go with this. So,
oh God,
they always stop it at a certain spot. So,
are we doing best death as well?
Yeah.
Or no?
Yeah, we got it.
Okay. Oh, well, no. I didn't know if they went together or not.
That brings us back to reality.
Back to life. Back to reality.
Different generations, because I was like, I was Eminem, back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there,
I get it. I get it. Oh,
Yeah.
And here's a good example of what I was telling you pre-show. So YouTube loves to add tons of crap. So see that thing that's on the screen right now?
I do.
Watch 3 seconds from now. Let me see if I can watch it magically change when I go like this. And that's what it looks like now. It went from that thing that I showed you to that. So let me bring this up.
Conjoined twins.
There we go.
Yep. And that's what we're going to talk about.
Okay. I am super, super not excited. I can't wait. Promo.
I didn't think you would be.
Hey, baby, what's going on? Okay, let me get us ready over here.
Hey, baby, what's going on?
Perfect segue.
We're about ready to get kicked off of all platforms after this conversation.
Of course.
Abby and Brittany Hensel have welcomed a new family member. Nearly 3 decades after the pair first shared their story on the Oprah Winfrey Show, the girls are all grown up, and one of them is now a married woman. According to public records obtained by Today,
I had to stop it. How is only one of them married? We'll just keep going.
Because it's against the law to marry both.
With Josh Bowling in 2021, and the trio lives in Minnesota, where the twins were born and raised. Bowling's social media pages describe him as a Christian, father, husband, veteran, and occasional gamer, and he reportedly served as an Army medic before becoming a nurse. Abby and Brittany's following grew as they documented their childhood and teenage years on reality series like TLC's Abby and Brittany, but their adulthood has been spent mostly out of the spotlight. Now 34 years old, the twins are 5th grade teachers and graduated from Bethel University in 2012.
Do they both get
Abby
paid,
and
or do
Brittany
you
are
think one of them gets
dicephalous
paid?
conjoined twins.
I've got so many questions. I'm going to wait till we get to the end.
I know.
Because we'll never get to
okay.
the end with the amount of questions I have.
Last past infancy. While they have separate brains, spinal cords, and hearts, their organs from the waist down are entirely shared, and the twins each control one arm and one leg. Their parents were reportedly presented with the choice of separating them at birth, but given the surgery's risks and likelihood of only one baby surviving, their father told Time magazine in 2001
Both of
that
them
it
were
felt
up for death.
impossible to choose between the two. Abby and Brittany previously confirmed a desire to find love and even start families, sharing in their 2006 TV special, Joined for Life, Abby and Brittany Turned 16, that they hadn't yet decided how they would work things out, but that they knew they, quote, would be moms someday.
Okay, we'll pause it right there because that's the end of the video, basically.
Now, because people are going to see this, and they're before my questions, I just want to say, from like the TP show, we're happy that they're happy.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
1,000%.
everybody deserves
like
to
the
find
fact
love. Everybody needs to be happy.
But the level of questions here is so like when they went to college. Yeah, well, let's look at it this way. When they went to college, did they have to pay? Did they have to pay twice? Like, I'm not trying to be a wise ass. There's two separate individuals there. So did they you had to have taken the exact same classes together. How the hell do the teachers keep you from
when they
cheating?
go to the movies? Do they buy 2 tickets or do they buy 1?
Right. But I'm wondering, like, for me, it's more of the like, okay, so is one of them like the math one and the other one's the science one, or are they both the same? You know what I mean? I've met plenty of people in my life that are brothers and sisters and twins. Twins a lot of the times kind of weird me out. Here's another thing. Do they have a twin language? I don't know.
I'm sure they do.
So confusing. And didn't it say that one had control over one leg and one had control over the other leg?
Yes, it's exactly half, but when it comes down to their like body functions and bowels and their private parts, they both fill and both control that function.
Wait, I thought it was from the waist down, it was the same. I thought it was waist up, it was different. Waist down, it was the same. That would make one special area.
It's one special area.
But how can they both control it then?
They
both can control it? Okay, no. Okay, they both get feedback from it. Let's say it that way. Okay, I get it now. Well, what if one of them wants to go pee and the other one doesn't? Like there's so many questions.
They both go because their body feels it, so they both go. And they go, hey, right hand, you need to wipe this part, and left hand, you need to...
Okay, so there's... and I didn't watch these shows, and I'm sure all of these questions are answered during the shows. But, like, so one controls the left hand and one controls the right hand. So my question is...
Same with
that's
feet.
how they... Right, so that seems weird. How the hell do they walk? You know what I mean? It's sort of like when you're doing the potato sack race.
Right. One of them is shorter, so she has to walk on her tippy toes. So she has a special shoe made so that they're even.
Yeah, but
Like,
they only
their-
have two
their
legs,
are
right?
even.
I'm just making sure, right?
Right.
Because no. The only reason I say is because the way that you said it, like, go ahead. Yeah.
One private part,
Right.
one backside private part,
Right. And
two legs, two arms. It's literally one body
I get it.
with two
I
heads.
get it. Oh, I have so many questions. It's just so difficult for me to even comprehend. Like, my main things are like, how did they go to school and not cheat off of each other? Like,
I get that too.
And then once they're out of school, can you imagine, like, okay, if you're in first grade at this school, you know all about this lady by the time you get to fifth grade. So by the time you get to fifth grade, it's no big deal. But could you imagine transferring in from another school? Like, you transfer in from like Miss Bet's class, fifth grade, over to these guys.
Right.
My head might explode. I tell you, I'd probably get expelled because I just accidentally say something that was just wrong and inappropriate. And I wouldn't be doing it on purpose. My brain would be like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Blink, 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 blink.
So there's things, you know, where you asked why is only one married? Because it's two
Yeah,
heads,
no.
and
Once
would
you
be
explained it to
polygamy.
me, correct.
Yeah.
And they have separate socials, they have separate driver's licenses, they have separate everything. Okay, so here's another question. If they go out to the bar and one of them wants to get drunk, don't they both end up getting drunk?
I guess maybe the other one throws up and the other one just keeps on drinking.
Oh my God, so many questions.
So here's the weird thing. Since they share one private part, I'm trying to keep this as PC as we can.
Yeah, no.
The other one can get married.
Right.
And the two guys can share one private part with their wife.
I had the reverse. One of them got married. Is the other one going to take him to jail? Like, call the cops? Let's think about this. Like, is she a willing participant? Like, does she go to sleep when this stuff happens?
Does the other one look over and go, "You slut, stop. I know you're having pleasure from this." Yeah.
Exactly. And then the other thing too is, like, if maybe twins will often like swap on their boyfriends just to see if the boyfriend recognizes. Like, does that happen in this situation? If so, how?
I've seen the video of them getting married, and they're like they didn't show like any of the kissing or anything, but they showed like the dancing, and they're both happy. They're both having conversations with him. So I honestly think he married both of them, but
I agree 1,000%.
He could only choose one to really get married to.
100%.
But he's married to both of them.
Yes.
I think
no
whatever
way
happens,
that you're marrying conjoined twins and you're not marrying the twins. It's not
And
possible.
like, honestly, I don't want to know what happens in the bedroom.
I really don't. But let's be honest, like, your brain just goes, it hurts. It hurts. It hurts.
I mean, because you always had that one friend that you travel with that's like, hey, look, twins. I mean, you got it right here.
100%. 100%. No, I totally get it. I mean, it's a thing. And and honestly, like, if you cut the bodies in half, they're not bad looking. No, but I understand. I understand why the parents didn't do it. I mean, like, the odds of survival are so ridiculously low. So ridiculously low. I like the fact that they didn't do it. It just adds to the layer of complexity. And like I said, the problems that I have are all really stupid and esoteric, meaning that, okay, so here's another one.
I brought this up, because I got
here's
it
another
too.
question, though. Here's another question. Like, if both of them are eating, do they end up gaining more weight? Like, does one of them have to put the other one on a diet so that they don't end up gaining weight?
Eating
you know what
that
I mean? Like,
Twinkie, because it goes to my ass.
Yeah. We're gonna have to get off this one. This one could be an all day.
I'm wondering too, like, if one of them eats, does the other one get the indigestion?
Correct.
Like, know that gives me heartburn.
Like, how does the wiring work? No, absolutely. Because the way we were talking about it, like, I didn't know. Because when they're like, the left hand is the one and the right hand's the other, and the left leg is one and the right leg is the other. Like, but everything's shared. Like you just said, like, does one get indigestion and the other one doesn't? Because the signals it sounds like some of the signals are getting sent to the brain and they're both getting the signals. But then it sounds like other signals aren't getting to the brain. You know what I mean? So crazy. I mean, this literally would be a 45-minute documentary of us just going, what is going on? I could see us spending all day trying to figure it out, and we would never get anywhere because it's one of those kind of situations. It's very deep, very personal, and in a way, I dislike the fact. Oh, stop. Sorry about the audio. I dislike the fact that they made a reality show out of it. I'm glad they did. But the thing is, at the same time...
Well, I think they did that, honestly, so that the girls wouldn't have to do anything with their life, or they could do exactly what they wanted with their life from the money.
Yeah. Let's be honest. It can't be an inexpensive concept to raise conjoined twins.
Right.
Like, the odds of them not being poked and prodded almost to death by doctors is very low.
To me, like... You saw it in the video. It amazes me that they're able to coexist so well. Like, that's the thing for me.
Yeah.
Because you can't get away. You're like, I need privacy.
Right. But that leads to a great question. What happens when they do get in a fight? You know what I mean? Like, that seems like a nightmare.
Boom. Boom. Boom.
Yeah. Or like, how do you not look at your sister when she's literally right next to you all the time? Like, that's the way that, like, if I got in a fight with any of my family, I'd be like, I'm going to go hide in my room.
Okay, I have kids.
The nut, wait, hold on a second. The nut went down a wrong hole and it almost killed you.
My nuts
Just
are going
saying.
everywhere. All right. Wait,
it went down my throat and I swallowed the nut. And I'm not supposed to.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what she said.
I didn't want to play some of that because of what we're talking about. But
no, I totally get it. But you see, that's also the concept. Like, that's what's in my head.
Right.
I'm telling you, like, I understand he married one of them, but there is 0% chance that that they both don't dig that dude. There's no way.
Right. Yeah.
There's just
they
no
have to
way.
work with it. I mean, they both feel it when it comes to that thing. And
And if he's a dick to one of them, let's just say, like, oh, I don't like your attitude. Like, what in the flying hell, man?
Yeah, and
so confusing. So confusing.
And they can't they both know, like, they can't be like, he likes this. No, he doesn't. He told me that he likes this. No, you talk to them both at the same time. Like, you're having the conversation with both of them at the same time.
I 100% know what I would do. I 100 like, you drop me into this situation and say you got to make it work. I'm buying earbuds for both of them, and I'm calling them on the damn phone. I'm like, you got your earbuds in? So for the one that's on the right, she has her right earbud in, and the one that's on the left, she has the left earbud in. But it's two entirely different sets of of AirPods, and they have two different phones. I am not talking to one when I'm supposed to be talking to the other. Like, and they can figure it out. But here's the question, like, so our brains obviously are like right here, but when you have two brains that are next to each other, do they somehow... Is there a way for it to, like...
But it's like, hey, babe, and they both go, yeah. It's, you know? But so for me, I have kids, and the worst part of the kids is when they get sick, and they're starting to throw up.
Oh,
Imagine both of those getting, like, the stomach flu, and they're throwing up, and it's like, you both 100%. Need to just... I don't know where you're going to throw up at, because the toilet, you both can't.
It's one toilet and two. Well, believe me, I've been at plenty of parties when there's two people and one toilet. Like, thank God there's a sink. Thank God there's a bathtub. But in that situation, you can walk to there. One of them can't go anywhere. You know what I mean? One of them's stuck.
Yeah.
Oh, I had something too. I wanted to ask you. It was so funny. Oh God, it made me laugh because I was like, wait a sec. What about a situation like this?
So what about if they both, because their brains work different, if they both like different types of food? Like,
exactly. What, like I said, what if one is the math person and one is like the science person, and then it's like, hey, let's go to college. It's like, oh, okay, I want to be an engineer. Oh, well, I want to be a school teacher. Like, if they didn't make these decisions together, they would have been totally out of luck, because you could not be in the levels of classes.
Okay. Like, I want to go snorkeling. No.
Skydiving?
You're gonna drown the other one? Like, like,
There's so many situations that's like, what?
If one of them gets mad and tries to leave, do they walk in circles?
Right.
I mean, I'm not making fun of it. I
no. But
somebody
when they
come
said,
here and like Tell us.
When they
'Cause I
said
wanna
one
know.
of them has control of one leg and one of them has control of the
Right.
other leg, and then one has one arm and one has the other arm, I immediately said, how in the hell does that work? Because, like, I watch people in potato sack races, and 9 out of 10 families served always end up on the ground.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's got to be very military when they were little, like left, right, left, right, left, right. I'm sure
You
over
would
time
think
it
so.
became matter of fact. But,
Right.
but like you said, what if I don't want to get ice cream? And the one girl
Right.
is like trying to take steps forward and dragging the other one with her.
We're lactose intolerant. We
I don't care.
can't have it, but I want it.
I don't care. I don't care. I want it. Yeah, exactly. It's oh my gosh.
That-
Whew.
And like, because of the way
So
that the
much.
world works,
Yes.
the one that's not married could go out on a date
right
and
right.
sleep with as many people.
Well, it's got to be a
as
double
she
date.
freaking
It's got to
wants.
be a double date.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm
Right.
letting my sister go out without me and
Dude,
my
that would be
current husband go
so
with me.
weird. Like
100%.
she
100%.
you really want to go all the way with this guy? Like
Right. We got to stop.
I'm a
This
married
could go
woman.
on all night.
I'm a
all
married
night.
woman. You can't go
All
all
night.
with that guy.
All night.
Good. This is gonna bring us back to reality.
Back to life. Back to
All right, here we go.
reality. The name of this is Best Death. That is indeed Jackie Chan, for anybody that does not know the sound of Jackie Chan.
That's it. 12 minutes
That's
of the show.
That's all it
We're
is.
back. We're back.
We're back.
Yeah, we're back. Oh man, we're just not gonna have enough time for anything.
Yeah. We'll do ouch. We'll do some ouches. We got plenty of ouch time.
We do.
So promo time.
Are we gonna do we have a metal mind melter?
We do. We do, as a matter of fact. Do you want to jump to that? Yeah.
I don't know, 12 minutes. That's like a staple of our show. Like
It is. As a matter
I
of fact.
feel
So
bad
let
if
me...
we have someone do something and then
Oh
we
yeah,
don't-
no,
we
I
don't do it.
agree. I agree. It's different when we bump our own stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So here, give me 1 second because I gotta put a place marker so that I can
I get
actually
it.
find this. And and there we go. So now I'll find it. Wait for the blank, everybody. When you see the blank, yell out. Everybody, yell for the blank. Woo! There we go. Go back to that blank.
Bukaki's special. Wow,
Okay.
that's $1 more.
So I will get us to the.
I'm so glad I didn't play this down.
69, dudes!
100%, dude. That unfortunately went through my head once or twice. Like, what in the flying hell? I won't get into the rest of what was in my brain because holy crap.
Yeah, I know.
What's that
I was
rule?
thinking it too.
Rule 23 or some crap like that? I always forget the name of that rule.
Oh man.
I'm getting this set up. I swear I'm getting it set up. I swear.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So bad.
She just does
so
it so much better, honey. I'm sorry.
Yes, 1,000%. 1,000%.
Hey,
and
can
Rob
you do
did
that
a good
thing again?
Gotta stop. Just gotta stop. Professor
Okay,
did a
all right,
really good job this week, but I mean not Professor. Rob did a really good job this week.
Congratulations to the Professor for your amazing show.
All right.
Amazing shows.
I just cut it off. Yeah.
There we go. Just hitting the wrong buttons. I'm just flustered after that last little thing. My brain just can't handle it. Metal Mind Melter by Rob Wagner. Jeff Tate. My favorite brand to come out of Seattle is Queensryche. In 1983, I heard the operatic wailings of lead singer Jeff Tate and was astounded at his range. The rest of the crew were amazing also, but Tate's vocals Now, this is a good question. Is that the kind of vocal that you can't stand? It's right on the edge for me for you being like, I hate that vocal. Because you talk about, what did we call it? We had a name for it. It was, it was like something to do with getting your balls squeezed or something. I can't remember. You had a great, a great thing. You're like, I really hate that metal. Right, yeah, it's right on the edge for you, isn't it? So anyway, the rest of the crew were amazing also. Oh, it sounds like Molly Crew to you? Yeah. The rest of the crew were amazing also, but Tate's vocals were considered the signature of the band. I didn't get to see the band live until they opened for Def Leppard in 1988. They were touring for Operation Mindcrime, and the 45-minute set was way too short. They came back and headlined on the Empire Tour, and despite my dislike of the newer material, they put on an amazing show. They used this opportunity to play Mindcrime in its entirety. The Promised Land tour in 1995 was legendary, and Tate's vocals were still top-notch. Around 1997, his vocals were diminished, and he often cheated on some of the traditionally higher vocal parts by singing octaves lower. The Here in the Now Frontier tour was uninspired and lacked any spark. The band next released 2 mediocre albums, Q, 2K, and Tribe, that received mixed reviews. 4 albums later, they continued to go through the motions. Operation Mindcrime 2 should have been a home run, but without founding guitarist Chris DeGarmo, it couldn't hold a candle to the original. In 2012, a backstage spat led to the firing of Jeff Tate. Then came the lawsuits. Both Tate and Queensryche continued on with competing albums and tours. Todd Latour, ex-Crimson Glory, joined Queensryche and had a similar vocal stylings to Tate. When I saw some of the live footage, I was blown away by his ability to nail the high notes. I dragged my longtime metalhead friend Ron to see the new incarnation of Queensryche with Latour. It took some coaxing since he felt Queensryche was pointless without Tate and DeGarmo. I definitely enjoyed the show more, and he refused to accept Latour as a comparable vocalist. As the years passed, I refused to attend the Tate version of Queensryche and was happy to mock his lackluster performances. He still came across as arrogant and was seemingly incapable of his former glory. This past Friday was his big rock show at the Queen in Wilmington, Delaware. I was going back and forth about going because the Queen is an affordable and acoustically advantageous venue. I spaced on it and stumbled upon the show on YouTube the next day. This ought to be good for a laugh, I chuckled to myself. What followed was song after song of the classic Queensryche songs, and he was nailing every bit of them. WTF have I done? Was my only response. I had made a grave error in judgment, but at least I saw the show. However, it is never the same experience on the screen as it is live. It is never the same seeing it on TV as it is live. Hopefully, I will be given a second chance to catch the tour before it ends. In the meantime, I have my Queensryche tickets in my grubby little hand for May 1st at the Keswick. They are playing the original EP and the Warning in their entirety. It should make up for my blatant bad decision. Jeff Tate. So, constipated vocals. I think that's the word that you use.
Yep, probably.
And does this fit into that category? Because this doesn't fit into that category for me. Iron Maiden does. Like when Iron Maiden hits those notes, it does.
Yeah,
and there's
he's
a couple
not really
other.
pushing it. He's just
No.
Yeah.
One of my favorite albums of all times is Operation Mindcrime. If you've never heard Operation Mindcrime in its entirety in headphones, it's an experience. I put it up with the experiences of listening to Pink Floyd, like if Dark Side of the Moon, or trying to think, The Wall. Like it's literally Queensryche's version of a Pink Floyd concept album. And it is so incredibly cool. The only weird thing is that if you watched a lot of 80s TV shows, it's set in a hospital, and they use the same hospital sound effects that they used in a lot of 80s TV shows. So, like, you'll be listening, you're like, paging Dr. Howard, paging Dr. Fine, paging Dr. Howard. I mean, it's got that, like, wait, did I just watch ER, or am I watching something else? So, it's pretty hilarious, to say the least. But yeah, Metal Mind Melter, Jeff T.
Good job. Yeah.
And,
so were they like a hair band?
Sort of. Not really.
Okay.
So back in the day,
this reminds me of like Motley Crue. Like it just sounds like Motley Crue to me.
I had a feeling you would say something like that. No, back in the day, they were closer to like a priest. Does that make sense?
Make sure you
they were closer to like a Judas Priest.
Subscribe to the TP show. I made the change, and now I don't pee in any water anywhere.
What do you want to do? Last videos? 3 minutes?
Yeah, why don't we do last videos? But what would I don't know what I would make these guys similar to. I think I'd make them similar to like a Maiden or something like that. Do you know what I mean?
Really?
Because they were not pretty boys. They had the look, but they were not pretty boys at all. Give me a second. They were not pretty boys in the least. They were much more, they were musical. You know what I mean? They had skills. Yeah. Like, and if you look at any of the high hair metal bands, most of them were functionally literate on their instruments.
Yes.
And I'm not trying to be rude or ignorant, but like, let's look at any Motley Crue performance these days.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to say it's bad, but it's not. It ain't no mind crime. I'll tell you that much. Womp, 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 womp. Well, that didn't work the way I wanted it to. Well, that's hilarious on every level. Why am I not shocked? Welcome to our show. And I need to get to the end. Yeah, we got time. We got, what is it, 2 on the last? Got 2?
3.
3. Okay, so below that, I need to look for finger being stuck up. Okay, so I got that finger. I need one more finger. There's that one. And then this should be the last videos. And we don't have a last videos video thing, do we? We've talked about this before. I think
we do. I think we do now.
We do. I don't think I programmed it then. I'll have to look for it. Let me look real quick just to make sure I'm not forgetting it. Last videos. Nah, I didn't program it. I got to look for it. I'm going to have to program it for sure. 100%. You know what we didn't do a lot of today?
We do. We do have a last videos. Yep.
We do have a last videos? Crap.
But that's okay. It's just in the it's called last.
No. I'm saying it's not okay because I haven't programmed it. Let me see if I put it into the show at least.
Did you even put the new ending? Because remember, there's a new ending.
I thought I updated the ending, but I don't know if I did.
Because that was the same time that I gave you it. It was the last video.
So let me write that down for next week's show. While we slowly work to the end of this. I got a minute. Last videos. We can
get through.
What was the other one? It was new ending. Maybe. I don't know if I put in the new ending. I thought I swapped stuff out though. I was working on swapping stuff to make sure that we had the right one. So promo time. How am I not subscribed to my own show that I go to?
To my own show.
I don't know. I really, that was the funniest thing. So.
Okay. So when I tell you to stop this, we need to stop this because it gets really gross.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do that.
This might actually be the last video whatsoever.
So this is basically like the one chip challenge, which is very spicy, except this is very salty and a bit sour apparently. I don't know what the fuss is about. I've had salt on my chips all my life.
Remember to tell me to stop.
Salty chips.
Remember.
He's doing a vom vom. I don't like doing a vom vom. It comes with gloves. I've got my
Doing
own
the bum
chuffing
bum?
gloves, if you don't mind.
Vomit?
Lucky gloves. I hope you're ready
Oh,
for an
okay. I didn't know what the bum
unforgettable
bum
salty
was.
experience.
I don't think I've ever called it that
I've had
before.
a few of those in my time. Pal, if you want to win the challenge, you have to eat the whole chip. You will feel like you've drunk a lot of seawater. Well, I've been swimming in Bridlington and drunk a lot of seawater, but with the added bonus of little bits of plopsy. Thy nose! Oh, it's very thick. It's thick as chuff is yond. So this is basically a salty triangle. And, oh, Deirdre's salty triangle. It's been a while since I've had a salty triangle in my mouth. In my mouth! Sniff test.
I see why you said that. I think I'm jumping right there. Should I jump back? Should we head
go
back to
back.
that?
Go back.
Okay.
Go back. Yeah.
Because I was like, I see why Professor's saying that.
Mouth! Sniff test. Triangle sniffer. That's what he is. Oh, that's nearly made me sneeze. Undo a snot. Lick test. I don't know if it's going to burn, if it's going to tingle. If it tingles, I might have to test it somewhere else, the nose. I'm hoping it's not too sour, because I don't get along with sour stuff very well, please. Salty. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh. Fuff. Oh.
That is a face that we need to imitate.
Carmiga gum.
Carmiga gum.
That's incredibly salty. That's incredibly salty.
All right, we can stop it now. We can stop it. We don't need to see him throw up because he doesn't.
No.
He doesn't even hide his face. He just does it. He does the vom vom.
His mouth is green.
Yeah, I would never do that.
Wow.
Like the one chip challenge or anything. If someone's like, "Hey, you need to do this," I'm like, "No, I don't." I don't.
Here's the deal: with anything like that, put money on the table, and I'm not talking $1. Right. I ain't talking no $10. If you ain't putting serious life-changing money on the table, I ain't even thinking about it. Right. I need a palate cleanse, by the way. Do you think this last video is a palate cleanse? I don't.
Oh, 100%. The rest of them are. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
We'll finish that video next week.
One more. Right, I can end the show. We're at the end. Oh my God, that's so good. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. That was pure insanity. I will let you know. Like that. I don't know who's making filters these days over at TikTok, but I have a feeling I understand what they're going for. I kind of see it. I can kind of see it. Anything you want to say to the people before?
Filter where it like puts another head on your body. Yeah, right there.
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny is as soon as I saw the twins, the conjoined twins, the first thing that came to mind is Zaphod Beeblebrox from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Because if you've ever seen the British version, in the British version, he has like this really bad dummy head that sits like right next to his original head. I like the remake that has so many good people in it, and I can't remember any of them.
Well,
of course,
that did not do good either. Yeah,
it's a great film though. I love it. But the head pops out and then the head goes back. So, is there anything you wanted to tell the people before we run away bravely? Bravely run away.
Happened to be a loose game that I thought.
So that means it got played a lot?
Got played a lot.
Yeah, well, got played a lot.
Got played a lot. I just want to say goodbye, everybody. Thanks for stopping by.
See ya.
Donut.
So say goodbye to everybody. We don't really have an outro, so we'll just play the intro again. That's what we need. We need an outro. Not that I would know what button to press.
I would not know what button to press.
I think we're gonna
still don't know what button to press
every single time.
Well, that's a good idea.
Reached the end of an incredible journey together.
I think this is the old one. It says season 7, so it's
and
definitely the old
it
one.
does.
I could have sworn I swapped it. What a dummy I am.
Oh, hello. What's up, motherfucker? Get out of my private parts.
Get out of my private parts.
This is
Got
the
zero
best video we
thumbs.
watched all night. This is it.
The
This is
winner.
the one.
It's the winner. I don't,
You're
we're not
so
watching
red on
anymore.
this one.
We got a minute and
Oh,
20
I
seconds
am.
to kill.
I think
Someone's
I
gonna stand here.
drank like 4 shots at
Your
that show,
support and
and
enthusiasm
I
have
was
been the
in the
driving
heat.
force behind
I was
this
hot
exciting
today too.
adventure,
It's just
and
hot.
we couldn't have done it without you.
Oh,
Whether
it
you've
is
been
totally
with us
the
from the
old
very
one because
beginning or
this
just
is
joined
all
our family
changed. It's
recently,
all
Oh yeah,
your presence
it's all
has
new.
made this show truly
It's all new.
special.
Tick needs
Yeah.
to change his crap
Each
up.
like,
But
comment,
we're in
and
season
share
8,
has
everybody.
warmed our
Don't
hearts
watch
and
this.
motivated us to
Don't look
bring
at
you
the
best
screen.
content
Just
possible.
ignore it.
If you enjoyed the
It's
TP
nostalgia.
show
People
and
like
the
that.
crazy roller coaster
Yeah.
of emotions it took you on,
Yeah.
don't forget to hit that like button to let us know.
Like button.
Your feedback means the world to us and
Her
helps us improve for
CGI ears
future
are so
endeavors.
big that they hold it
And if
all
you
over her
haven't
hair.
done so already,
It's
make
true.
sure to
I
follow
just
us
noticed
for
that.
more
It's
thrilling
true.
adventures, heartwarming moments, and
I think they were like
discussions.
middle-class white woman with big ears.
Oh, hello. What's up, motherfucker? Get out of my private house.
We couldn't stop laughing. That's all I got to say. It was just too funny.
Oh my god. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
I stopped the stream right as we were